There is a boy who never really left. He grew taller, his voice grew deeper, his shoulders grew wider, but somewhere between childhood and manhood, his wounds were taught to stay silent. They said, "Be strong." They said, "Men don't cry." They said, "Life will make sense when you grow up." But nobody warned him that growing up does not automatically mean growing old. So he learned to smile, not because life was kind, but because pain had already taught him how to wear a mask that fits perfectly. He became the man everyone admires, the man who motivates others, the man who shows up, the man who carries burdens like Atlas holding the sky even when his own bones are breaking. They clap for him. They say, "Look how strong he is. Look how far he has come." But strength is sometimes just survival wearing a beautiful suit. Because deep inside the man still lives a boy who remembers everything. The words that cut, the nights that were too loud, the silence that was too quiet, the moments when the world looked away while a child was learning what pain tasted like. And everyone said, things will change when you grow up. But no one asked what growing up inside a storm does to a child. No one asked what happens to a heart that had to become a soldier before he ever got the chance to become a child. So he grew, not with excuses, but with endurance. He never blamed the world for the weight on his back, even though the truth is, some of the weight was never his to carry. Now they call him a man. They expect him to be steady, responsible, a protector, a loving husband, and a present father. They expect him to build beautiful homes of peace on foundations laid with broken bricks. But tell me, who helped the boy when the man was still being formed? Who held his hand when the world was teaching him how to bleed quietly? Who told him that healing is not weakness? Because even now when the world sleeps and the noise fades away, the boy still whispers from somewhere inside his chest. He says, "I am still here, not angry, not bitter, just waiting for someone to finally listen, waiting for the day when men can speak their pain without being called weak, waiting for the moment when healing becomes louder than silence. And maybe that day begins with us, with honesty, with compassion, with the courage to see the men around us not just as warriors, but as boys who once needed protection. Because some men are not cold, they are not distant, they are not unfeeling. They are simply boys who learned how to survive before they even learned how to heal. And still, they wake up every morning trying to be good men in a world that never asked how the boy inside them survived. So if you see him, that man who smiles while carrying invincible scars, remember this: behind the strength, behind the responsibility, behind the inspiration, behind the quiet resilience, there still lives the boy who never healed. But maybe, just maybe, today we begin to listen.